Greetings, fellow noob. Today we find ourselves on Surf Imaginarium. This map recently got added as part of KSF's mapping contest, where it got second place. This is easily my favorite map coming out of the contest, I think both visually and when it comes to the surf itself. This is an amazing map, really one of the ones you have to have played. It is of course a tier 4 map, so it's not exactly easy, but it's certainly not a hard tier 4, and the difficulty comes more from the map being very hazardous and not because of raw skill checks. So with the use of save lock, I think even relative beginners can get pretty far and witness much of its magnificence. Alright, that's enough introduction, let's get into it. The only major skip of the map is found at the very beginning. From the first ramp you can jump through the gap in this window. It's not essential, it just saves a little bit of time. This dark tunnel is the first major obstacle. Make sure you enter it completely flat or even with a tiny bit of downward speed, otherwise you'll hit your head at the end. Here don't go too high or too low, and then something like 120 yaw turn bind can make this turn a bit smoother, but overall this map is more about survival and not so much about units. Leave this ramp nice and early, and now on this ramp it's essential to leave it at the middle or even lower with a bit of a jump. This section may seem like a unit check, but if you didn't majorly mess up, it really isn't, it's just about the correct angle. Leave this ramp completely flat, go a bit wide if you have to avoid the head checks. The safest way to do this ramp is like this, stay pretty long and go pretty far down. The goal here is to get onto this head surf early and then find a good combination of downward and forward speed. Not like this, that's really close, but you just kind of have to lock in and be ready to recover on this map. This section is pretty straightforward. Again, just use the head surf to push you through the window. And here again, get early onto this head surf and then very carefully let it guide you to the next ramp. On this ramp, stay long and go really wide. This really is a very treacherous angle. On this ramp, make sure you go up very slowly. I hit my head very early here, and it's a bit lucky this didn't result in a fail. Here you can do this gap surf a lot better and earlier, but it's of course easier to use more time. Same thing here. My advice is to do this head surf sort of in the middle, and then again it's just about practicing the right angle. This jump pad you want to really hit right in the center. If you're too far off, it'll pretty much always result in a fail. Pay close attention here. Depending on your angle, you may have to turn a bit to the right to hit the window. The window is right here. Use the little geometry thingies for orientation. After going through the window, there's a 45-degree turn to the right. Fly through these cogwheels, and then really important to not overdo it with this head surf. You need a lot of forward speed. Aim for this edge of the ring. And then turn sharply. Now aim for this edge of the ring. Turn sharply again, and hopefully you hit the end zone and not the edge, because the edge always makes you fail. And that's it, Surf Imaginarium. If this guide helped you, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and see ya.